Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Hey everybody, it is a Friday. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. We've got a special show lined up, as you can see behind us. It is our Father's Day special. We're going to be talking to some of the fathers that are in the building with us. And actually, I'm going to sit down and get to interview Cecil, which should be interesting. All about being a dad and all the fun things.
But it's going to be a lot of fun today. We decided to do something, it's Father's Day coming up. We decided to do something. So we went around in the station and found people that were fathers, and we've got them on the show today to talk about it.
And guess who is going to be on our show? Brandon, our director, the one that you hear us talking about that talks in our ear all the time. You'll get to see him on camera today. But first, we need to check out what the weather's doing.
All right, well, we are dealing with the cold front, which will continue to drape our way right now. Just moving through Charlotte, north of Wilmington. This cold front is actually going to help provide some lift as we move throughout the next several hours. We'll talk about that in just a second. Right now, live look in North Myrtle Beach. Absolutely gorgeous. The roads are dry after this morning's rainfall. Temperatures are in the upper 80s too, but the feels like temperature in the mid to even upper 90s. Look at Georgetown, for example, an 11-degree difference. 86 degrees is the temperature, 97 is the feels like. Even across the PD, feeling like those mid to upper 90s. Out in Florence, for example, 89 degrees, feels like 97. All right, so that cold front will continue to drape towards the south as we talked about. Now, you need a lot of ingredients. Just like a recipe, you need ingredients for storms and severe storms. Well, we may not have a lot of shear, but we can compensate for that with a lot of instability. We also have that lift from the front and moisture with dew points in the 70s. All of that combined means more showers and storms similar to yesterday, if not slightly stronger. They'll start up around 3 o'clock. Again, everybody's got that risk, but the big event happening between 4 and 7 o'clock, I really think Horry and Georgetown counties have the best chance of strong to severe storms, but Marion and eastern portions of Florence County may run the risk of some very heavy rainfall and occasionally some strong lightning as well. Those rain showers will continue past 8 o'clock, but again, your main impacts today from 4 to 7 p.m., maybe even 4 to 8, wind gusts of 60 miles per hour, small hail, frequent lightning, and heavy downpours. Your 7-day forecast looking dry. After today, we're warming up next week.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live, a special show today all about Father's Day, which is coming up this weekend. First, a few things to talk about. You got a cruise-in coming up.
That's right. We got a cruise-in tomorrow. I want to tell you about it right now. All right, it's a free cruise-in. First, I want to tell you that. We're going to be heading to Spencer's Sports Bar in Surfside Beach. You know where that is, right next to the, yeah, that's it. There you go, Spencer's. I'm sorry. It's already started up. This is open car show for all makes and model cars and trucks. You got 5 trophies will be handed out. The rock and roll starts at 11 and runs until 2. The public is invited to come by, and it's located right next to Old Time Pottery. Come check out the old cars and go over to Old Time Pottery and just have some fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Starts at 11 o'clock. I'll be there. We'll be rocking and rolling.
You know what else is going to be a lot of fun?
What's that?
This show.
This show. Y'all are scaring me on this show.
All of our producers, everybody's sitting out in the audience today. All right, let's talk about today. Today is Friday, June the 15th, and this is the Power of a Smile Day.
Okay, that's it. And this is, let's see, this is National Electricity Day. And according to some storms come, there may be some people without electricity again.
You're right about that.
All right, let's go back. 1963, Helen Hunt. And she is 55 years old today. She was in the movie Castaway, Pay It Forward, Twister. and as good as it gets.
All right, 1969, Ice Cube, 49 years old, rap group NWA, movies Boys in the Hood, Barbershop, 21 Jump Street, and Ride Along.
Ice Cube, he's funny. All right, 1973, we're looking at Neil Patrick Harris, 45. TV, of course, Doogie Howser, and How I Met Your Mother films the Smurfs and Undercover Brother. That is a funny show if you've never seen it.
Absolutely.
All right, today in history, we're going to do it. 1958, the Platters. They did the song Twilight Time on the Ed Sullivan Show.
All right, 1992, it was ruled by the U.S. Supreme Court that the government could kidnap criminal suspects from foreign countries for prosecution.
Hey, I like that. All right, from the Know-It-All Department today, are you ready? All right, here we go. Scientific studies of different planets have uncovered some wild things.
Okay.
Listen to this. Did you know on Venus now, we're talking about Venus, the wind howls at speeds that can reach 450 miles per hour.
Wow.
Maybe that's why we're not going to Venus right now. 450 miles.
Gone.
Woo. Man, that's unbelievable. All right, that's it from the Know-It-All Department today. We got a great show lined up, a special Father's Day special. We're going to talk about, our fathers. Let's show a picture of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
we got
do
a
that.
picture of our
Who do we have
fathers.
up first?
Here we
Let's
go.
see.
Who we got? That's me and my dad at my son's wedding. I lost my father a few years back.
All right, and that's me when I was little. My mom and my dad lost him about 13 years ago or so. And then that is my wonderful stepdad, Ken, with my son, Dawson. So happy Father's Day to all you fathers. You guys mean a lot to us. And guess what?
That's right.
You ready?
Yeah.
You get excited?
I'm so excited.
Stick around. We'll be right back.
Three, four.
And welcome back. All right, we searched the station and found people that had kids, and we had to have fathers, of course. Mike's with us now. He's a media consultant.
That's right.
That's what he is.
He's an MC. That's his
MC.
name. Mike, tell us, when did you come here to the station first?
I've only been here about a year now. So.
That's right. Yes. All right. And we love having you here. Let's talk about
how many
your
kids you got first?
I have 3 kids, 2 daughters, and a son.
Okay, all right. Fantastic. Now, what was the first thing you thought about? So, say your first child that was born, is that...
Well, I have 2 daughters and a son. When the one that I was going to talk about is my son, who you said the first thought about, because he's the last. And when he was first born, I was the first one, of course, to hold him. And I remember, the nurses and all take him and put him over in a little thing and do their examination or whatever. And I heard her say to the doctor, "He's a 9." I said, "What's wrong? What's not right?" She said, "No, he's perfect, son." I said, then he's a 10.
He's a 10, that's right.
she said, "Okay, Doc, he's a 10.
He's a 10. That's awesome. Fantastic.
All right, now, the most memorable moment, with your kid.
I think with all of them is just, going out and doing fun stuff, teaching them how to swim. I love the water kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just, I can remember some instances where they were, one of them I remember was in the pool, and the water wasn't, but, 12 inches deep, and they were, a couple years old by now, so they could definitely stand up. But it's just amazing. You watch kids fall, and they just lay there in the underwater, and they can't breathe or anything. It's like, okay, come help, get me up. Okay,
but that's the job. Dad gets to pick them up and save them, as the hero. There's some pictures of you and your kids right there. All right, what's one of the most fun things that you have done with your kids?
It's, again, outdoor stuff. I really like going, we as a family always go down to Edisto Island and camp, and we do that as a group. And then there's the picture there of just a couple of years ago we went on a Disney cruise, and
awesome.
That was a really great experience, swimming with the dolphin and doing that kind of thing.
I
enjoyed
fantastic.
that.
All right, there's always a funny story about your kid. All right, relate to one of the funniest stories about your kid.
Funny, heck, this one I'm not good with, but heck, funny.
Kids say crazy things.
They say crazy. They do crazy.
Appropriate things for TV.
I was going to say, the one that I thought of isn't appropriate for TV. I'll just say it was because my son, one of his sisters is married, and he's a police officer, and my son got in a little trouble for that. I'll say it that way. So,
Okay, there we go.
A little discussion at school got my son in a little trouble with someone else promoting the fact that his brother-in-law was a police officer.
Okay.
So,
all right, Mike. Thanks so much for being with us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, happy Father's Day.
We got more stuff coming up on the special Father's Day special. We'll be back.
My son-in-law was a police officer. You have to sit there and, oh, you better give him some money or he's going to report to the police that you're not, they weren't legal, they were Hispanic. Jesus. My son took $1 from this little girl. He said, Daddy,
I'll put it on. I'll run it behind you. Sit right on the front. Sit right there. There we go. Oh, excuse me, bro. Mike, thank you. I don't know what he's on, man. I'll tell you. He's on the other mic,
red.
whatever it was. Red.
He's on. I'm on red. Brandon's back.
Red.
Brandon's gonna be
all
on green.
on because we can't cut them off. Hardly. We can hardly cut them on.
We should have switched. We need you right there. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's very rare that we get to actually sit down and interview our directors, our producers, but here we are.
And production. Marty's with us now. He's into production. He shoots a lot of the commercials that we do and
That's right.
a little bit of everything. And he goes up to Laurinburg with us sometimes, too.
That's right.
All right, Marty, you got 2 kids. Tell us names and ages.
We got Connor and Carter. Connor is our oldest. He's 12, and Carter is 8.
All right.
All right. Let's talk about, so when you first saw, I guess, Connor, let's say, because you were a first-time dad at that point. When you first saw him, what was your first thought?
Well, we had some complications with Connor. So the first thing, honestly, I thought of whenever I saw him was, why aren't you crying?
Okay.
So with Carter, it was...
Thank goodness he's crying.
Yeah, thank goodness he's crying. So it was definitely a back and forth with them. So, but that's Connor on the left. That's Carter. That's them sleeping in Carter's bed. So
and
they've always been pretty close to
That's
each
what I was going to say. They're pretty close as brothers, right? Yeah. Fantastic. All right.
Taking karate and all that work and beat his dad. I like that.
Yeah, right. What
the most memorable moment now with your kid that you brings it all
for
together.
both of them, we're a soccer playing family, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
there you
Perfect
are.
timing.
Soccer playing family.
Between the two of them, Carter, whenever he scored his first goal ever, he started crying.
Which then made you cry, right?
I was a coach, so I couldn't cry. I couldn't get into it. So my wife was on the sidelines though, but freaking out because she thought someone said something. She thought he was hurt. So, but and then Connor's just been honestly just him. That first couple of times he had to go to the NIC unit and everything. So but
all right. Now I got one more thing
good.
I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the most fun thing that you've ever done with your kids, besides playing soccer.
Besides soccer, we go to Carowinds a lot, so they get to ride the roller coasters and everything. Carter's not quite there yet, but he's riding other rides and stuff that he enjoyed. So.
But that's a really great experience.
30 seconds, real quick.
Anything funny?
Anything funny you want to
The
relate?
biggest, funniest thing that I remember with them is a video that they shot when Carter was about 2, Connor was about 6. They were really big into the Fresh Beat band at the time, and so they were just kind of
doing the video
and dancing back and forth and doing the opening and everything. So
they were pretending to be us, and they had the camera. There it was.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Marty.
Appreciate you being here.
No problem.
All right, up next. You know who it is?
Brandon's coming. We'll be right
on
back.
his way. We'll be. Just do your job. Just do your job. I can't wait for him to clam up and get scared. Cecil.
No, you sit over there. I want to sit. Come on, pal. Please sit over there.
5.
I got to sit by him.
Because.
Yeah, he'll do something. I know he will. Tell me that.
Oh no, he's not going to do.
Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2.
Turned in. Your turn, Dan.
All right.
Your turn, buddy. Hey everybody, welcome back. There he is. This is Brandon, the guy. There we go.
Thank you. One person in the crowd.
Hey, this is the guy that directs our show. What?
I thought there was cake.
There was cake.
It's the only reason I came on the show.
I figured it was something. I'm sorry, we don't
Never
have any
a dull
cake.
moment out here. Father's Day. Let's for real be serious. Brandon is the father to 2 little girls. Tell us about your daughters first, and then we'll.
Ages and all that.
Gray, who's over there, being shy, she's 5, and I have a 2-year-old named Sullivan.
Sullivan. All right. What's the first thing you thought about when?
You saw. Yeah.
Well, they're both girls, so their first thing I thought was they're expensive. So
That's true.
there goes all my paycheck for the rest of my life.
For the rest of oh, look at her.
So there's Gray, and the smaller one is
There
Sully.
she is, with a mind of her own, as we
she's very,
definitely know.
very headstrong.
Most memorable moment.
I guess when they were born, you never forget those moments.
Yeah.
So.
It's always
pretty cool.
Kind of hit you,
Yeah.
you know, realize.
Well, I got to take care of another person. Cool.
All right, a funny story about the girls.
They're always funny, man. There's
I mean, look
every
at their
day
father.
there's.
Something different.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know.
So every day is a funny story. There's not really just one. They say random stuff all the time that gets me laughing. So.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Now it's
That's
and
great.
and it's it's obviously Father's Day, so we're going to recognize all our fathers.
Oh yeah.
So, let me hear about your dad.
I want to show a couple pictures of my dad. If that's all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Go ahead. Certainly.
So this is me and my dad right before church. I didn't know if you did this or anything. This is when you and Deborah got married. That was a great occasion. I was the best man. It was great. On Christmas last year. Still waiting on my present.
I knew this was coming.
Still waiting on my
I knew
present.
he was going to do something
And we
crazy.
love beach days, so I had to put a beach day in there. So,
I don't know who that is, man. I don't know who
Good
that
old
is.
Papa C over here.
All right, Brandon. I knew this was coming. I've been worried about it all morning long because I did not know what he was going to do.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on those.
On what?
Those checks.
The check.
Yeah, Mom's been asking.
Mom's been asking about checks. Well, I appreciate it. This is a special Father's Day show, and guess who's coming up next?
Guess what?
She's going to be interviewing me.
If we can pull it together.
If we can.
Oh,
Brandon, it was a
goodness.
pleasure to see you.
Love you, Dad.
And I'm glad you're leaving. I'm glad you're leaving. All right.
Oh, my goodness. We'll
Stay
be
with
back.
us. We'll be back.
That's Santa photo.
Oh, God, those are so funny.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Look at the You're holding it. Look at your chest.
Oh, Brandon, you're so funny.
Oh, dear. God, that was so funny. Look at Brandon's face.
Oh, gosh.
He's on Santa's lap. Oh, God.
That laugh is the greatest.
Oh, my God, they're funny. You said that. There's...
That worked out so well.
Did you shoot that in here the other day?
Marty on the green screen.
Marty, you fixed that
He did?
green and did it?
Look at his face.
I was like, I need the crappiest but okayest Photoshop to make this look authentic.
That looked pretty.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, a little strange to see us on opposite couches, but I'm going to interview Cecil a little bit, talk to him about being a dad. Now, Cecil, we all know, you talk about Jeff a lot. We've seen him on the show before.
Seen him. He was on.
Let's hear a little bit about Jeff and tell us the first thing you thought when you saw him.
Well, the first thing I thought, you know, my grandfather used to always tell me, he said, count his toes and fingers.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the first thing when he came out, I was counting his toes and fingers, and the doctor said, what are y'all doing? I said, well, my grandfather always told me that he's healthy, he's good, he's in great shape.
That's right.
So, you know, don't worry about it, everything's good.
That's right.
So that's
Well,
the first thing I thought about.
Absolutely. And funny enough, my grandparents used to tell me the same thing. That's the first thing I did with my kids as well. So it's not just you.
That's
not
right,
just you.
I know it.
All right, your most memorable moment with Jeff.
Well, when he graduated from high school,
Yeah.
and when he graduated from college,
Sure.
and then when he asked me, he was getting married, and he asked me to be the best man. You know, that's just
awesome.
something that doesn't happen a lot now. You
No,
know?
that's fantastic. That really shows y'all's relationship.
Yeah.
That picture a minute ago at the racetrack.
Yeah,
Tell us about that
he
picture.
did a show with me. He did a couple of shows with me. He did a good job, but he said, Dad, I don't want to follow and do what you do. I said, well, that's fine. So he's an electrical engineer with Duke Energy, and he's doing a great job. That's his first day of college right there.
Look at that. Look
And,
at that hair.
That's an old picture a long time ago when we went somewhere, and I don't know where we took that at.
All right, what's the
This
most,
is one of my favorite photos right here,
That's a
taken
great
2
shot.
years ago. The guy shooting pictures. That's the first time I held Jeff.
There he is,
right
counting his
there,
fingers and his
when
toes.
he was born. That's right.
Oh,
This is just, you know, it brings back a lot of memories when you look, and your kid will be 39 years old in September. So, you know,
That's
but he's
awesome.
doing a great job, and everything's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the most fun memories you have
I
with
think
Jeff.
one time we went camping with the Boy Scouts, and the biggest storm had ever come up. The tent leaked, everything. It was just a bad night. I wanted to go. My car was close, but I was scared to go to the car because it was lightning so bad. So we stayed in the tent, and everything. Next morning we're all soaking wet, you know. But that's all we could do.
I'm sure you were knowing you. I'm sure you were really happy about that.
And another thing was when I let him drive my dad's 1963 Chevy truck when he was just not even old enough to drive, and we took a little ride. And
that's awesome.
That's those are just things you remember all the time about it, and just a lot of fun stuff.
All right, anything funny? I'm sure. I mean, all kids are funny. Every parent has a funny story.
I got a funny one. When he was playing baseball, he hit his first home run. And you know your dad's going to run out to get the ball because you're going to have it framed and everything. I run out there to get the ball, and this little kid picked it up.
Yeah.
I said, "Can I have that? My son just hit the home run." He said, $5. I said, $5? I said, "It's not your ball to sell." He said, "It's mine now. I got it." The kid was about 8 or 9. I said,
"Do you know who that little boy is?"
No, I wish I did. I had to give him $5.
Hey, I know who it is.
Who was it?
Brandon.
It was Brandon. It was Brandon. But I had to give him $5. And
that's awesome.
The kid was smiling and walked off, but I got the ball, though, his first home run. And then he went on to play golf. He's a great golfer.
Yeah.
And he's got a great job with Duke Energy. And he's just, when your kid gets this old and he takes care and manages everything and does it himself, you know you succeeded.
Absolutely. And he's also, raising a really great family, your 2 grandkids, which is pretty cool because we can talk to you not just about being a father, but a grandfather, which puts a whole nother spin.
Whoa, it is. I'm telling you, Tucker had a 9-year-old birthday party, and I went up and had to do all that stuff. He did what do you call it, Nerf guns? I had to cut out all these boxes where they could hide and play, and we had 10,000 Nerf
Did you get shot by a Nerf gun?
1,000 times.
That's fantastic.
But it was just a lot of fun, and grandkids are great. After 4 or 5 days, you ready to send them back home. You love them, though. But I know why you have kids when you're young.
Yeah.
You can't handle them when you get my age.
True story.
It's a little tough.
True story. Awesome.
I know it.
Well, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, being on the opposite, I kind of like that.
I know it. I didn't know what you were going to ask me. I was a little nervous.
I didn't know what I was going to ask you either. All right, we have a little bit more coming up. We'll be back.
And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that Father's Day special because it's so great when you get to talk about your kids. And I know it's Father's Day, but as a mother, she has 2 kids.
I do. I have 2 little boys, Dawson and Reed. They're 6 and 3. They're fantastic. And as I said, my dad, passed away before he even got to meet him. But I have a wonderful stepdad who we call him Papa. He's fantastic, and they right now actually are on a little trip with my mom and stepdad, and that could be that's the best place for them to be right now.
That is so good.
Yes,
I tell you, it's so great when
it.
your kid has done so well. Mine's 39 years old, coming up in September.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point now when you get older and retire, you know your kid can take care of you.
Wait a minute, are you retiring?
No, I'm not retiring. No, I'm just saying that.
We'll
but
get
I know
an email
he can
about
take care of me.
Sure
I know he can take care of me.
And he will, because you've been a great father to him. So anyway, the weekend is here. Have a wonderful Father's Day. We can make sure you share those special thoughts with your father or somebody who maybe with a father figure to you. We hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. We will see you back Monday with a great show. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Y'all have a good one. See you later.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.